So we're going out to milk the goats now, and certainly not the first time this season, but first time we're filming it, I think. And I've got my son helping me again, Rockus. Those of you who've been following me for a little while will remember that Rockus was the biggest helper last year when it came to goat milking time. It's just something he sort of took to. He doesn't generally actually get that involved out here in the garden, but goat milking is one of the things that he sort of fell naturally into last year, and we're looking like we might be going that way again. So we're on our way out now. My son is already ahead of me and the goats are following him round. I don't know if you can see that in the distance there. I've just come in now, son. So milking time is when they get fed their mix, and when we're finished milking we bring a little bit down for Sid as well, don't we, buddy? I know. Bring a little bit down for you after, won't I? Steady, steady. So, we need that green bucket. If you get that, I'll get the generator and everything set up. So as I've said many times before, this breed of goat is called a Toggenburg. Fern, who is no longer with us and is sadly missed, she was an Alpine, and she's slightly bigger, and her undercarriage was slightly bigger, and it meant I could milk her by hand really easily. I can't milk these guys by hand. I can, but it's like the tiniest little bit of milk I can get at a time, so it's really not practical. So we have to do it with a machine, which is fine. But the other thing is, because the kids that we've just got rid of were actually quite rough on these girls, they had twins. They both had a set of twins, so they've each got one teat that is a little bit sore and is still in the process of recovering. It's got some cuts on it, so we have to be really gentle, so it doesn't make the process take quite a long time. So my son's just gone to get the bucket, which is going to sit up here, sits in here, and it's where they get fed. And then we'll put a little tiny bit in the trough on the floor over there, but the bulk of it they'll get up here while they're eating. You can see how full they are. She's dripping milk. So I want to get on with this as soon as I possibly can. So I'm just going to set up the generator in the machine. So you know where that goes?
Fill it and then I'll put it in that front bit, yeah?
Yeah, don't fill it. Put one and a half for those orange buckets,
yeah,
and then half of the orange bucket in this trough down here, mate. All right. And if you stick around to the end of this video, I've got a big reveal for you. So this is the milking machine, super simple. So we plug this bit in to a little generator, a little suitcase generator down here, which I'll start up. It's a bit noisy once I've started it up, but well, it's not that noisy, but it's a bit noisy for videoing. But what we'll do is we'll still film everything. It won't be much talking and explaining. But then this plugs into that, and this is a little impeller pump, so it basically sucks instead of blows. And that attaches to this. This is just an airtight bucket. And one of these attaches to the impeller, and the other one attaches to our teats, or to our cups, which my son has just ran in to get because we forgot them. Really simple system. There's a little rope here that we just clip them in. They've got little clips on their collars, so I just clip them in. Simple as that. So that's us all done, and I'll talk you through a few little bits now. In case you're wondering, we've got 2 goats, not 3, but it might have looked like we had 3 because I put one up, then a second one, and then the first one went back up again. Well, there's a reason for that. The first one that got up there, and she's still up there now, she's really suffering with a sore on her teat, and basically it's struggling to recover. It's a little tiny cut on the end, but every time we milk her it bleeds a little bit. We can't just stop milking her because she'd be in too much pain. It's just, you know, we're just doing the best we can for her. We've got this antiseptic spray that we pop on at the end. She's not a big fan of it. All right, love. But we're doing the best we can, and, you know, we're going as gently as we can. And, yeah, just doing the best we can for her. We've got these bits of rope just on her back legs. They don't hurt her. They just stop her from kicking off the... They stop her from kicking off the cups from the milking machine, because yeah, that's her habit. But I'd rather not have to use them, and hopefully soon we'll be in a position where we don't have to. But it's just for everyone's benefit, because it doesn't do her any favors when she kicks them off at all. You know, it just means you've got to go through the process of attaching them again, and it makes the whole process last longer. And all I really want is for her to recover. So we're doing what we can, aren't we, love? And I think she still loves me. There we go. So because of that that little bit of bleeding, although it doesn't look like there's any contamination in there, just to be on the safe side, you know, we don't take that bit of milk for our consumption. But they don't mind it. Always makes me laugh. It's just gone in seconds, literally seconds. That's probably a litre. Yeah, a litre of milk gone in 12 seconds or so. Well done, girls. So, last job now is to obviously wash all this up. Now, because of what we're doing, it's really important that we take good care of our equipment. So this will get washed in boiling water, and it will be set aside for use for next time. When it comes to goat's milk, so I always have said that fresh goat's milk tastes just like cow's milk, and it tastes like cow's milk insofar as, like, if you were to come round my house and you had no idea that I kept goats and I milk goats and what have you, and you came around for a coffee and I made you a coffee or a tea with goat's milk, I challenge you to notice the difference. Now, if I made you 2 cups, one with goat's milk and one without, and then I challenged you to tell me the difference, and you actively engaged your brain and started thinking about it, you might be able to spot the difference. However, if that goat's milk was super fresh, like within the last 12 hours or so, then I would still challenge you to tell the difference. Now, of course, we don't pasteurize our milk, so our milk contains all those good live bacteria and stuff are still in it, so the taste will change over time. So I certainly would say that a few days old goat's milk definitely tastes different, but I'm not sure how much of that difference is down to the fact it's goat's milk and how much is down to the fact that it's unpasteurized. But as always, you know, your mileage may vary and my experience may differ from yours, but that's certainly how I would describe it. So Rockus, my son, has already taken in the milk that we've saved. So we've saved 3/4 of the milk. You know, we've got 4 udders out here that we're milking from, and 3 of those udders gave us milk for the house, and it was actually almost 5 litres just from those 3 udders. So goes to show how productive these girls are. And look, even though they've just been fed, they're straight back on the grass. Pigs just watching. They've been fed today, so we don't need to do anything with them. So that's it. All that's left for me to do is take this back in the house, clean it up, and we're ready again for tomorrow. Oh, and I promised you a big reveal, didn't I? Well, if you watched yesterday's video, you will know that we had a hairdresser coming today, and I've had my hair cut, so I'm slightly less wild man of Borneo. There it is. It's still a bit hat hair, but far less unkempt than previous. And my wife, for one, is certainly much happier. So that's the main thing. I don't have any treats for Sid because my son already dropped down his treats, didn't he? I know, mate. I will come and say hello to you before I go to bed. So there you go. That's the goats milked. thanks for coming along on our goat milking, and I will speak to you guys really soon. Cheers.